9 seconds of color, like the inside the vent. If you get a river coming down the hillside at a real steep angle, then it stays red like Roaring Rapids. The folks waited over 25 years, came back, and I thought it was weird that they cut all the roads exactly the way they were over here. They named the streets the same names, and that's kind of weird. Their houses are all buried 85 feet under this. Kalapana was covered up. Not the same place. So what'd they do? 11 months ago, lava changed directions like it is right now. It's right behind us. Roll down to the ocean like overnight. This stuff picked up because the vent's full. You open up the port and it'll just roll. Got to the water here. Used to be the coastline where the trees are. Then she waited 3 days. She was really nice. And then she burned down the first $65,000 2-story house right here on the left. Looked just like that blue one. All of these homes right here are absolutely brand new. You can buy land right here. There's a whole bunch of for sale signs on these new lots they're making. Don't laugh, this is living on the moon now, $5,000 an acre. Why in the world don't they put a mobile home in? Then you could move your house if the lava comes after you. That's the only thing. I've done a little research and they say that you can't have a mobile home in Hawaii because everybody would live on the beach. They just put it there and live there. There's a top of an SUV in the lava flow. Ann's property, 2 acre, got destroyed. There's the barn. Used to be her parking area over there where the red cinder is. Now you guys can drive out here. It's kind of cool. You can do the painted church. You can do the black sand beach. There's nobody here till 2:30, so you can come out, walk up on the lava flow, take a picture of the van. You don't have to walk all the way out to the, the flows or anything. That's crazy. But to come out here and see this place and walk out what we call an ocean of lava, it's pretty cool. And when you get on the ground, it looks a whole lot different. I was a pilot that took the last pictures of that house with the Herald Tribune. I brought a photographer in an empty seat. We shot the picture and put it on the front page, and that night it burned. I used to fish. It was the most awesome road. You come out through these trees, and there was a fishing spot here by this rock wall. It's probably about 300 years old. And that used to be the water 11 months ago. That was our fishing spot. You walk right up to fish off the coast. We have covered 49,000. Boy, look how pretty this water is today. 49,700 acres of land have been covered, 85 feet of elevation to the area. Oh, look at how blue. Burned down over 300 structures. Estimated damage is over $100 million in property now, and no loss of life. So, that's all right. They say 500 acres has been added on, but every time the land is added on, the earthquakes break off a chunk because it grows like our dashboard. Water underneath, and all the land is added on the top. That's why they tell you not walk out here and stand on the bench, because the bench breaks off. The ocean out here is about 900 feet deep. Little tiny bit of red and black. Moving, still crawling east.
Do you guys have lines where you can drop me down for a better shot over the lava?
Yeah, no.
Just asking.
You can. In the olden days, back in '95, when the vent was a lot more stable and the pool inside was, fairly cool, not so much smoke, we used to hike out here. Anything bright orange anymore? I'm just eyeballing. And then what we'd do, we'd spend the night on the vent, throw half a bottle of gin in the vent, and then take pictures up there. And actually, the pilot from, well, he's only coming out here on Saturday, but he invited me to hike out on Saturday, and I'm going to probably be fishing. But he is running a lava adventure just off the end of the road, and you walk right straight out to the lava flows. But then you could stand up and just look at it, but I wouldn't recommend walking out here because looking out the window, You really got to know what you're going to step on. You know what?
I said I'll follow him and go and play your flight. You
Yeah,
got my
he's the
name?
pilot. He's the pilot for. He's a pilot that flies for Hawaiian Academy. His name is Dale, by the way. But yeah, he's just going to walk out here and just view it. And there's some people doing actually tours. If Jack was still here, I could drop you at Jackson. You could spend the night and you could walk right up here and he'd take you right to the rim of the crater. Now, I will show you when we get up here how you can get in here fairly close. You know, so, and that's just drive to the national park, come in. Mauna Ulu. Going to come into sight. There's a crater over there, that hump. On the other side of it's going to look like the back of a camel. 2 humps. There's a viewing station right there. If you climb up, there's steps and everything. Go up to the top of that, and you get a bird's eye view looking right in the back of the vent. So logically, you would probably be able to see lava. But you can also hike 7 miles, and that sounds like a long way when you're doing it this way. And from Mauna Ulu, it takes you all the way out to the Powell crater, and then you're right at the tree line behind the vent. And that's all legal. All you got to do is check in with the rangers and just tell them you're going out there. And the only other person that does it is David Akita with Volcano Helicopters. He comes out here and lands on the spillway and does camera work and everything, and he does that every morning like it's 6:30 every morning. Yeah, with helicopters. But I don't know if you're standing on the rim and you're going to be able to even see the lava because the lava's splashing from the other side. See the camel I'm talking about? See the notch in the camel on the 2 cinder cones down? This is the Powell crater. You can come out here, camp out here. Then you can walk all the way out here to this edge. And then from there, I would look the other day and they don't even have the warning signs out there anymore. But the Powell Trail comes all the way out here and you can walk right up the side like anybody else does. I don't recommend it. I used to do it, but look at all the cracks in the edges where we used to camp out. And that, no, 95, a long time ago, was a lot more solid. And the other big thing is you wouldn't want the wind to change while you're up here sleeping. So if you stayed awake, be all right. How come you're not a helicopter pilot, Elizabeth?
Second testing on my ground. I didn't pass my first one.
What's wrong with that?
2 points off on that.
Cool. Any day you get to see lava fly in the air is a pretty good day. Number 1 most asked question of the pilot, what's turnover time for the land out here? What will it take to put this place back to be a beautiful Hawaiian island? I took that to the geologists and they said to stick a shovel in the ground and turn it as soil, dirt. 200 years, then life will come back here. We still got 3 active volcanoes on the island. A lot of people don't know that. Straight through the saddle on the other side is Hualalai, 8,221 feet above sea level. It erupted last 1801. They built the actual Kona International Airport on the lava flows, and that's a long time ago. Mauna Loa, you can see almost all of her, 13,768 feet. Since 1823, an English sailor wrote down a time and a date, and the volcano erupts every 10 years. Stayed on that pretty good. She went all the way, 1984, split the roof where those 5 cinder cones are at 8,000 feet, look like knuckles. The vent behind you is going, blowing lava 2,000 feet in the air, and Mauna Loa split. Lava come down for 3 weeks, lined up on Hilo, and almost burned down the city. Stopped 3 miles short. So Hilo is not safe. 1943, lava came down, got within 2 miles of downtown Hilo, and the lava flow stopped right up on the hillside. Now another one, and there's people here right now. This road right here is called the Captain's Trail. All right, let's see if anybody's here. Yeah, there's cars parked right down there. See that silver car and the blue, the green car right there? There's a trail right there. That is a marked trail that you can go from the end of the road, and it takes you absolutely right to Kilauea Pu'u Vent. All right. I don't recommend that either because I think it's a 6-mile jungle hike where if you come in the Powell Crater, that's like a marked trail. The rangers know you're out there. With this, I don't think I would trust leaving my rent-a-car there without somebody breaking the windows. Because when I fly by there and look down, I look like I can see glass sparkling a lot. Because, got that, Mike?
That's why they say leave the windows down.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, my buddy, a couple of my friends hiked out there, and it's hard to stay on the trail, and it's like this, up and down. So the one coming off the national park at Mauna Ulu, you go up to the lookout, you can take pictures with a big lens like that right from the top of the lookout right to the back of the vent. It's the only view you can get of the vent from on the ground, from experience. Highway 11, this is the gateway to the park. If you drive it 28 miles, 35 minutes will put you in the park, right off our left. In the park, there's some lava tubes, cool. You can hike through one of the big caves that helped build the island hundreds of years ago. Volcano House is still closed, but they did sign a contract with a new hotel in Honolulu. They're going to put $3.1 million into it and open it back up at the first of the year as a bed and breakfast again and a restaurant. I still love Jaggers Museum. That is a check-in spot if you're going to do the hiking trails. You can do guided tours out there with guys that talk story, talk the legends and all that. Kilauea Iki is a very good hiking trail if you go out there, or the Powell Trail is also very good. That'll get you at least down to the steaming banks and all that area where you got cracks and and that is like a trail you can follow and see. Yeah. And it's the last thing I knew, they still had a campground out there right next to it, so you can camp out. Buddhist temple just went in from Thailand. Supposedly I read about it. The priests are coming here and they're doing a 2-week retreat to meditate at this. And I believe it's from Thailand because there's elephants right in front of the lady down there. Statue. Kilauea still rates #1 in the world. Through legend, storytelling, and the dance of hula, we could pull history back to 2,000 years. Ever since Pele came in the double hull canoes, she wanted her home, or searched for a new home. She took Halemaumau Crater at the top of Kilauea. Ever since the legend has gotten here, the volcano Kilauea has never stopped erupting. 3 weeks ago, all the major hula competition for Mary Monarch and Hilo went off just about the volcanoes. Beautiful view of Mauna Kea. We never get to see the top of the volcano. We had about 5 good snowstorms up there this year. Snow starts there about Thanksgiving every year, so it's kind of cool. 13 telescopes. The largest up there on the right side is the William Peck 3. It has a lens that is 30 meters across. I just read an article that it can look from here to Maui, which is 40 miles away, to Haleakala, tell the difference between a man holding a nickel and a dime. Pretty impressive. 56,000 people living in Hilo, 177,000 on the island. Sugar dominated our lifestyle here. This was nothing but a sugar plantation town. Pretty much the whole island was. New owners took over the sugar industry here in '78. They went broke by '84. State loaned them $10 million because it was the #1 job and #1 export. They lasted till 1994. I was here and watched them burn and harvest the last fields. They sold all the equipment, had bankruptcy, sailed to Thailand and the Philippines, and all my good friends, welders, truck drivers, all headed for Viva Las Vegas. Out of here. So now #1 export turned to beef. On the other side of that big volcano is Parker Ranch, 300,000 acres, 100,000 head of cattle, second largest cattle ranch United States, second largest beef exporter. 2 is flowers. Anything with the black cover out here is orchids or atheriums. 3 is macadamia nuts, the largest farm I flew you over, Mauna Loa factory owned by Hershey. And 4 is Kona coffee. On days like these, I can actually show this. People don't realize how critical the lava flows can be to just run over a whole city. The first green lava flow on your left is 1943. Mauna Loa erupted and the lava headed right for downtown. I call it a happy face. 2 green eyes, a nose, and a smile. And it was going to run right over the downtown area. Look right behind it is a brown lava flow, and that's the 1984 eruption. So Kilauea's vent, Pu'uho, was throwing lava 2,000 feet in the air. And when you sat on the beach, you could look up here and the whole side of Mauna Loa was on fire, all the way to 8,000 feet. And if it erupts and it runs over Hilo, people ask this question, I'm just going to move to Maui. You can't wait 25 years and build a house because the lava is just going to come right back down the mountain. That's all it's supposed to do. You can't build a bridge over it. You can't drive on it. And if it ever run over Highway 11, what a mess. You already seen the other end of the road. You just give up. Saddle Road or Highway 200's coming up. Bottle of water, bag of beef jerky, 3/4 tank of gas if you run Highway 200 across the island. They did 28 miles of restraightening, so you can make really good time on the road. You don't have to do that. Still got the narrow bridges past Bradshaw Army Airfield, so you got to go to little tiny roads to get out into Waikoloa, but it sure made a difference. Hour 40 minutes. Stop at the Mauna Kea State Park. They got restrooms, they got picnic tables, but they got no drinking water. So water is important, a bad Gatorade. Biggest attraction for Hilo seems to be UH, the university. You can do a 4-year degree, 5-year bachelor, 5-year marine biology. Live on the campus and go to school is $18,166 a year. Live on the island, use the campus is $700 a quarter. Honolulu is $22,860 for college. Hilo gets 200 inches of rain a year downtown. Upslope where we're going over 300. fish in the streams, but we do have freshwater shrimp. Prawns came in the islands 110 years ago. You get in the water with a hand spear, a dive light, you can catch your dinner in 20 minutes of work. Now, Elizabeth, you can walk up here and it's safe, okay? This is the easy. Here's the road right here. There's a chain across the gate right here, and you stay on the sugar road, and you're not going to melt your shoes. All of us come up here and use this now.
Already been there and climbed in the middle and had my picture taken.
Cool. (2,000 feet to 8,000 feet, no matter where you turn up here, you run over nothing but thousands and thousands of streams. Still the best part of all of Hawaii, no snakes. They were never introduced, and it's against state law to have a snake as a pet. The most common thing you see out here, you'll run into out in the bush, is going to be a razorback pig or wild boar. Now, I have never even been up here this far, but this road comes all the way up under you right here. It's the old pipeline road, crosses over and ends over here by some banana trees. But one of these days I'll get up here. All of these waterfalls are generated by raindrops. There's no stream, no reservoirs, no dams. Every day it rains just under 1 inch of rain up here on the mountain. This is all state forest reserve land, so they're never going to get touched. We'll see if this works. So it rained the day before yesterday, and I stumbled on a pretty waterfall. Elizabeth won't be able to get up to this one.
Want to bet?
Unless you're going in like with a helicopter. It was raining really, really hard, so I came over to the north here to see if I'm in the right place. Oh, I did it. Cool. This one's out of the way. On all the years I've flown here, I hadn't flown over it. I looked on the map, and I think it's a Kapilia Hula stream, but this is one of the bigger waterfalls that I found. And what stops everybody from coming up here, every time you walk up a stream, what do you hit? You hit a 200-foot high waterfall. You can't get up the cliffs. And one time we had some guy on Haleakala try to come down the mountain and jump off the waterfalls all the way down and ended up breaking his leg, and we had to pull him out. So don't jump into the pools without checking for rocks. But that is a pretty spot. I named it after one of my Goldens, Cocoa Falls. I figure I found it. So now what's going to save this island, thank goodness, the Navy signed a $30 million contract 7 months ago to utilize the eucalyptus trees out here, turn them into biodiesel for Navy aircraft and Navy ships. They will put a plant in at Hanaka'a, one's going in at South Point. It is going to take 12 years to be up and running. It's a long time. But they're going to fill in all this land with trees, and South Point will become all eucalyptus where the old sugar mill used to be. So it is going to be a good future. All of our military vehicles on the island are already running on biodiesel, so that's already happening. And a new plant is opening. They just got a $15 million loan, and they're picking up all the cooking oil on the islands and going to turn it into biodiesel here at the Shipman Industrial Area. I just heard that yesterday. Eucalyptus isn't the most perfect thing to make diesel fuel out of. The shelf life is only 6 months, but it will work. So something new for the islands. American Airlines is already flying jet aircraft on biodiesel, so something new. Brakelet was created 1901 through 1926 to make a safe water harbor to load raw sugar. We put in 98,000 tons of lava rock. And now I want to blow 5 holes in the wall, open it up so we allow to get fresh water, fresh salt water into here. You got 2 rivers that dumping. UH, 4,086 students came in to go to school. A lot of the kids here coming down to the old Sheraton Hotel, opened in 65, closed in 75, and you can rent a bachelorette with a little kitchen right on the water, and it's $650 a month for the old Sheraton Hotel, and then go to school.
Do you know anything about the tree frog?
Know anything about the what? Say again?
Tree frog?
Oh, yeah, they came in by accident in a container. Yeah, coqui frogs they're called. The ones that, coqui drive you nuts. Yeah.
No, they don't drive me nuts. I want to know what time of the day and what trees to find them in.
Well, they start anytime in the evening at 5 o'clock, and they're actually on the ground. They're not. And we have them in the airport. They're about the size of a quarter. Yeah. And any place in the rainforest, they'll be everywhere. There's not like you have to look for them or anything.
Take a walk and let the rain. You can start all over with me. Went to a party on Big Island. Everyone was having fun and styling. The band began grooving. All the people got up and started moving. But soon the clouds rolled in and it began to rain. They were dancing, dancing in the halo rain. Dancing, dancing in the halo rain.
Do you have parachuting here?
Do I have a what?
Do you have parachuting available in Gila?
No. Hana. 2 Tommy Hoffman Pacific helicopters. They throw you out of a helicopter at 14,000.
Ball, not throw.
And, of course, Dillingham over in Oahu. Yeah.